What's up, Internet? My name is Attack Slug, and welcome to the Cold Boot, where I look at new games and/or DLC. And today we're looking at OlliOlli2. Welcome to Olliwood for the PS4, also for the PS Vita. It is part of the March 2015 Instant Game Collection. So if you have PS Plus in March 2015, it is free. So we're gonna hit play, and I guess we're gonna do the tutorial. I did play quite a bit of the first OlliOlli, so I am familiar with how the controls work, but it has been a little bit, so always good to get a bit of a refresher. So basic tricks, yep. Perform 5 tricks. So this game is obviously a skateboarding game, and it is more complicated than it looks, but it is a level-based high-score type deal. And launch trick, yeah, that's what I've been doing. Landing. Got it. So you want to hit X right before you hit the ground, and that is the part that people get, when they first start playing the game, they get a bit confused by, is that you have to press a button to land properly. And that ends up being what is a bit confusing. So now it's going to teach us how to grind. We're going to do some of that. Grinding is you got to push down on the stick right before you hit the actual rail, and that will give you a grind. What direction you press on the stick is going to determine what kind of grind you're going to do. And so you will sit here and grind these ledges. So I've been looking forward to this game for a bit. I played quite a bit of the original, and surprisingly enough, it ended up being a PS Plus deal, so I was glad to see that. And there's 5 advanced tricks. Welcome to Olliwood. So here we go. Here are the stages in OlliOlli2. Amateur and pro. To get the pro stage, you have to do the 5 challenges in the amateur stages. And so we got Olliwood, Curse of the Aztec, Gunmetal Creek, Carnival of the Dead, Titan Story, or Titan Sky, I'm sorry. So those are your environments in this game. It definitely has a movie-type theme. And so you can see here there are 5 challenges. High score, combo size, stylish perfectionist, and whatnot. So I don't know what rad mode is. I can't remember if that was in the last game or not. But here are our 5 challenges on our score stuff. Top tip, press X to land. So here we are. The visual style in this game is less pixel art than the last game was. This appears to be more vector graphic-y type deal. But the animation is still pretty smooth, and I screwed that up. That's okay. So, combos are the name of the game here, and that, to keep your combo going, is imperative to keep landing, to keep having good landings. And I'm not doing great. Toxic Mutant Hipster Kids. You completed a challenge. Complete all the challenges to get a pro level, and at the end of the level, you get a new amateur level and a new spot. So we did not land 2 kickflips. And we didn't finish with no sloppies, but we're going to hit square here for the next level, and that is how you get more levels, is that you keep, getting to the end, and how the challenge comes in is that, eventually becomes more difficult. Now, you could hit X earlier, like if you're unsure of your skills, or if you've got, say, some input lag that you are concerned about on your device, or your screen. Well, first I would say get a Vita, because there's not going to be any lag on the Vita, because, that's built into the device. But if you hit it a little bit earlier, then you're okay. So, it's okay, it's good, but it's not perfect. So you want to hit it right at that last second, right, best possible second to get a perfect in this game. So, we'll do a few more levels here. I am certainly going to play a lot of this, when I'm not on camera, because I played a bunch of the first one that got fiendishly difficult. And I am not usually one that plays these kinds of high-score games because I'm, usually not very good at them. But I will certainly take a good skateboarding game any day of the week. And this is not even getting into things like manuals and the day your mom stood still. Come on, guys. Come on. Los Limelight. So you also have the option, and it hasn't obviously gone into it here because it's still the beginning of the game, but you also have the option to spin in midair, and that is one of those things I never really got good at in the original game, because I always tended to end up falling when I did it. And you do that with the L1, R1 buttons. Off that bench. See? I do the spin, and I always end up, either I hold it for too long, or I just, whatever I'm doing is just not, like, perhaps you have to memorize the stages to know when to do it. And that might be the, no, it's sloppy. That might be the actual trick to it. And, I am just, I'm not usually someone who goes for high scores or cares that much about high scores, so my challenge for this game was A, getting to the end of the level, and B, doing the 5 challenges to unlock the pro stages. But actually trying to be competitive in the high scores of this kind of game, I just didn't have time for, and it's sloppy. And I'm assuming, I could be wrong, but I'm assuming that part of that is being able to do, like, the mid-air spin stuff. And that was never in a thing that I could pull off reliably. I'm sure if I spent more time on this game, then perhaps I could, but these sloppy landings are not helping me at all. Not at all. And I missed whatever was up there, but that's okay. I feel like sometimes it's not registering what I'm doing, but probably my own fault, and certainly not the game's fault. But the important, okay, that was just a wipeout there. The important part is that I am having fun, and I had a lot of fun with the original game. So you're looking for a fun little skateboard game, and certainly if you have PS Plus this month, then check this out, because I mean, it's not for everybody, but if you are the kind of gamer that can appreciate this kind of game, it is definitely comes highly recommended. Or if you can find the first one for cheap, then by all means. The first one actually is on PS4, PS3, PS Vita as a cross-buy, and they just announced it for the Wii U and the Xbox One. It is also out on the PC, so there are no shortage of platforms to play it on. I don't know why I keep missing that. Like, that thing where you launch off at the end of a part is new to this game, and I just totally botched that right there. But I want to beat this level, so we're going to keep going a little bit longer before I show one of the other options in the game, which I believe is still in here, and that is the daily grind, which is a Spelunky-like, well, not, I guess other games have done it, but the most notable one recently is the Spelunky-like daily challenges, which is a thing that I enjoy doing. There we go. It's a little finicky to get that to work properly, but that's certainly on my end and not on the game's end. Here we go. What are those garbage cans? There we go. Oh, well, I made it to the end. That's the important part. So, we're gonna back out here. That was the first 5 stages. Actually, let me see if, what's the other challenge here? Kiss the Sky, what is that? Grab both movie tickets. So, I want to at least show, off what the game has. So, to do that, we're looking to grab both movie tickets. Now, that was 1. I'm going to assume that was 1. So the question is, where's the other one? Now I'm just like looking for it and not paying as much attention to my guy, which is probably bad in the long term, but keep this combo going. Oh, I missed it. Restart. So it is off that deal with the launcher, which you gotta do it just right. Is there just a quick... I think it's triangle. Yes, triangle is quick restart. So don't actually go into the menu for that. There we go. No, didn't do it. So I appreciate games that have that kind of a quick restart. I wonder why I can't do it now. I'm pretty sure you do an ollie at that part, so you just flick up and it's not working. Curiouser and curiouser. I don't understand how I was doing it successfully. That was just bad. I was doing it successfully before, and then it just wasn't working. Not working now. There we go. And I didn't get it. So, there's something I'm probably missing here. Because when I wasn't thinking about it, there we go. When I wasn't thinking about it, it was going fantastically. And as soon as I tried to focus and concentrate on it, it was not working at all. So, that's weird. But, that's okay. I'll give it one more shot here if I can actually get to this part of the track and not fall on my face. Because that's no fun. Nope. I don't know what I'm doing wrong there. Like, I've got the timing down for most of this stuff. There it goes. So this game is certainly all about proper timing when you jump. And keeping your combo going. Alright, so it's coming up here after this bench one. Do the bench, and we do that. That was sloppy. There we go. So, I don't know that it matters that I finished the track now, because I did what was important, but there's the end of the track. So that opens up a pro track. So back to the menu, so like I can actually go down to that track and have it as a pro track now, which has even more difficult, as 2.4 million for your score. It is, there are spikes. It is much harder. The challenges are harder, the track is harder, and I can appreciate that as someone who wants, you know, more value for your replays when you're playing this game. Having more challenges to go through is always cool. So, I don't know how far we're gonna get here. Oh, that's a garbage can. There are some dubs. It's a John Woo movie. Oh. So, to get the perfect grind, it's going to give you a speed boost. That was an alternate path below us. I know this game has alternate paths. Dre of the Dead, 28 Dre's later. So, we finished that track. We didn't do any of the actual challenges there, like only grind twice. But you've seen what a pro track now looks like. So, we have here the daily grind. And if I back out here, skate park. What is... Spots mode is you only get one shot at them, I believe is what that is. I didn't do too much of this in the original. I can't remember what that was about in the original. I kind of just played the tracks that were presented. But, yeah. You get one shot, and, you know, there are leaderboards, etc., etc. But, the last thing we're going to look at here is the daily grind. And that is a new spot every 24 hours, where you can practice as much as you want, but when you actually get down to it, you get one shot. And I want to practice. What am I doing wrong there? Is it only perfects? Hold on. What? There's nothing to grind on there. I'm confused. Well, that was unfortunate for us. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. I'm doing that thing and I'm... What am I doing wrong here? What? So I gotta do something. I gotta do something that I'm not doing. And... I don't know what it is. Hold on. Hold on, I'll figure this out. No. Alright, it's not that. What am I doing wrong here? Hold on, let's back out of this. No. It's not something I can grind on, which is... weird. So I'm assuming there is some kind of a manual system in here that the game hasn't really gone into yet. And I'm assuming that's what I need to be doing here, but apparently I'm not doing it right, so I don't know how to deal with that. Like, oops. No, see, whatever I'm doing here is not what I'm supposed to be doing. So, we're not going to do this because it's going to go the same way. What happens if I go to leaderboards? Where? Top of leaderboards. Can I watch their replays? No. Okay, well, that's good to know. There's something here I'm missing, and if you're watching this video, feel free to point it out, but I don't know what it is. And the game didn't teach it to us, which is weird. Is it a revert? They didn't get into... Oh, let me... Perhaps the game hasn't gone into reverts yet. Here we go, time to manual. Okay, this is what we didn't learn yet. Launch trigger before you hit the floor, hold left and tap X. Okay, so... Alright, that is what we didn't know that. That is new to this game. That was not in the last game. So, finish level 1. Alright, that makes more sense. So, we're gonna back out here. Go away, PlayStation camera. And we're gonna do our daily grind. So, it is X and left. So we do that, and we do that. There we go. Okay, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. We gotta manual this whole freaking track. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. Well, okay. So, we'll play it for real. It's not gonna go too well, but that's okay. What matters is we learn how to do it. But it's kind of crazy that the first daily... I didn't hit the right button there. The first daily requires you to do a thing that you didn't actually learn yet. So you're just going into the daily, you know, that's kind of crazy. Anyway, that was OlliOlli2. Welcome to Olliwood. This has been The Cold Boot. If you have PS Plus in March of 2015, this game is free for the month of March. Otherwise, it is $15. It is cross-buy on the Vita and the PS4. And I'm a Tax Slug, and I'll see you next time, right here on this channel. And I'm out.